Okay. And one more thing.
What one?
Okay. One more thing. I have a long-term plan actually. So for the next 3 months, I have some commitment, so I couldn't make my resume and preparation. So how you will be facilitating these kind of thing? I mean, I will be eligible only for one class. I mean, one class demo, or for next sessions also, am I eligible? If suppose I want to take, I mean, next batch. I mean to say.
Okay, if at all you didn't join this batch, if at all you want to join next batch, you're asking, right?
No, no. What if I join this batch and if due to some reasons I couldn't continue all the classes? So am I eligible for next batch also? So that I'm asking.
Yeah, actually the thing was that I am working as a trainer here.
Okay,
So
okay,
you're asking all the admin related doubts. For
okay,
Yeah,
those
okay,
doubts, kindly contact Mohan Garu.
okay. No.
yeah,
So
hi.
then I will contact after
You are
that
able
as well.
to,
Yeah.
you are eligible.
Sure, sure.
So,
I will again call you personally,
yeah.
Mohan.
So even we share everyday class recordings with people who are registered. So even you miss in between any classes, the recordings will be available. Even for revision purpose also, you can use that. Still,
Okay,
if you want to hear again, so I will add you to the new batch.
okay. Got it. Thank you.
So yeah, any further doubts you have? No, right, team.
No cuts.
Yeah, I will start today's session. And our today's agenda is to know what are the different frameworks, what's our course content, and what we are gonna do. Each and everything we'll discuss deeply. So, kindly confirm if my Mohan Garu.
Yeah, giving the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
So, yesterday, yesterday while explaining the SOX complaints and all, we gone through um, by a word called controls, right? Financial controls, IT controls. First, we need to break down what is a control. In normal language, we will use like at least one time in our day. Say, please be control, please be calm, control yourself. So, what is meant by control, in your opinion? Anybody from the team?
Something
Mas?
not going as per the
No,
regular.
no, 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 no. I'm not asking you. You're saying the scenario. I'm asking the meaning. What is meant by control?
Measure to control or measure to reduce the risk.
Exactly. Control. Control is a thing. Control means to keep or to stop or to mitigate the risk. In ITGC perspective, control is a statement which shows the direction to reduce the risk in the process. Okay, I don't want to make this very, like, what will we say, very complicated and all. Let's collectively deep dig into this, okay, and we'll understand what are the control and why controls are very important in ITGC. So let's say we have Harshita, we have Venkat, and we have Mohan Garu. So these are three persons who wants to do some different businesses. Harshita wants to enter into textile industry. No, I'll give a small change. Medical industry. Venkat wants to enter into IT industry. Mohan Garu wants to deal with the data. The data. He wants to, he's owning a company where he's providing the cloud security, cloud security or cloud storage facilities. Okay, understood till now? We have three persons on board. Those names are Harshita, Venkat, and Mohan. Where Harshita want to start a medical business, and Venkat wants to start an IT firm. Mohan is also into IT, but he wants to give, his nature of business is to give or to provide the cloud storage services to all the firms. Clear till now? Is it
Yes,
making
it is clear.
It's clear.
now? Say it's not like she's not okay. This is clause A, and there is a clause called healthcare. Keep in mind that it's clause B. I'll let you know why I wrote this. So he wants to start a medical shop. She wants to start a medical shop. Sorry. So what her controls might be? Control means here the objective or the steps what she want to make to get profits, to run the business, to mitigate the risks, how she can improve her business. Give me the steps to step procedure. Anybody in the team? Okay, I'll make it for you. First, she need to she need to get the contacts of wholesalers of medicines, right or not? First step is right or not.
Yes.
Right.
Second, she need to advertise that she started a medical firm, she started a medical shop. She need to advertise, right or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think only two members are listening in the whole class. Or am I not making any sense? Because the thing was that, see, ITGRC is a subject where if at all you want to learn it in a Naiman language like this with the real world examples, you can able to understand something. But if at all I started the day one session with a risk management, we need to mitigate the risk with the risk treatment plans, risk treat, risk tolerate, risk terminate. If at all I say like that, you can't able to understand any inch in the subject. That's why I'm deep digging into the subject with the real world examples, and I'm tying up with this example to the whole ITGC. So I'm expecting a minimum response from your team, which is not happening. Okay. Just I want to understand like whether you are understanding or not. I want to know that. Because these
Okay.
examples will lay a path to get the better understanding in the ITGC. Okay. Yeah. So second step is advertise. And the third step is good relations with the customers. Right or not? These are the
Yeah.
three main steps for a medical shop business need to be successful for Harshita. So now, when we came to Venkat, just say me like, if at all Venkat is starting an IT firm, if at all Venkat implemented these things, implemented these three things into his business, can he able to success?
No.
No.
No, it's not possible.
I want answers from the whole team. Only 4 members, sir.
No,
It's all
sir.
there.
Because
Yeah.
both are different domains, right? So
Ah,
it will be different.
right, right. I'm expecting this answer. Both are different domains. So, like that, as we know, if at all somebody came into a room and we're asking him, "Hey, are you working in IT?" Yeah, yeah, brother, I'm working in IT like that. He used to say the answer. But did you ever ask in which domain you're working? No, right. We need to be that much particular because then only we'll get the answers. So here, these are the controls for a medical form which is started by Harshita. Now you got an understanding what is a control. Do you
Yes.
understood? Yep. So now, so Harshita is into healthcare department or healthcare industry where she need to deal with the she need to deal with the critical patients data who are living in outside the India, and she need to maintain the full database of that. So here the controls are when she is storing some patient's data, she can't able to able to send the data to her personal PC. This is one control, and this is second control, and So can anyone from the team, I want an active volunteer who can read out these sentences.
Yeah, I will be volunteer of that.
Yep.
Okay. When she is storing some patient's data, she can't able to send that to her PC.
Okay.
She
What
needs
you understood by this control?
So it's kind
When
of privacy,
when
data
she's
privacy and integrity kind of thing.
exactly when she is dealing, she means when Harshita is dealing or she's storing some crucial patient's data in the company's database, she can't able to send that data to her PC. So now, as an ITGC professional, you need to get a doubt. Sir, excellent. The control was excellent. Then what we are going to do with this control, right? Yesterday, I said, what is SOC 1 report, Venkat? What is SOC 1 report?
So it's all about financial auditing.
Huh? What? What? I can't
I
able to listen.
mean, it will. Uh, I mean about the financial assets reporting.
Not
SOX 1 is okay.
assets, financial controls
Okay.
of the organization, not assets. It's controls. Controls are
Okay.
nothing but these are the controls. But these what are these controls? These controls are controls which are set in the healthcare department, healthcare industry, which is running by Harshita, right?
Yeah.
So, but these financial controls are some of the controls which are dealt by Infosys, TCS, Tech Mahindra, Insight, and it will be framed by CFO, CEO, and the major CPAs and all, right? So,
Yeah.
those controls we need to audit, and we are giving the SOC 1 report, right? So, then what is SOC 2?
So it's kind of IT control or IT assets auditing.
Yeah, no, not don't say assets.
Okay.
IT controls.
IT controls.
You
Okay.
know, IT assets means laptops. If these are comes under IT assets, right?
Hmm.
What we'll do with
Yeah.
the IT assets? Controls. Keep it in mind, like controls, information technology controls, IT
Okay.
controls, right? So, as an IT auditor, as an IT auditor, we will audit the control whether the control is going in a right way or not. It's just like an investigation. What we will do in murder cases, what we will do in theft cases, right? Literally, it's like an investigation. We will investigate whether this control, we will investigate whether this control is articulated in such a way it's working inside the company legitimately or not. We will see whether this control is working effectively inside the organization or not. Understood?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do an audit here. Let's normally we'll do an audit here. How? You are an ID auditor. See, just just don't think it's an audit. Don't think it's an IT audit and everything. So, I don't know anything. In the second class itself, the trainer Karthik is asking me to audit this. Don't think like that. See, just you're a normal man and it's your company. It's your company. You are the CEO, and some team kept some control, like when the workers, when your employees is working on some patient's data, they can't able to send the data to their PCs, right? So how can you check this point that they're not sending the patient's data to their personal PC? How can you check?
Do some admin controls or restrictions we can place. The mail restrictions, something like this.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. How the data transfer will happen in a company?
Through access and
Through what's the communication channel in a company?
Mail,
email.
right?
Mails.
Mail or
Exactly. So if at all she want to send patient's data to her personal PC, what's the channel she need to do? Other than the Outlook,
Email.
she use Gmail, right? Right?
Yeah.
yes.
Every company, they're having a track Outlook or some email channels. They'll store the emails, right or not?
Yes. Yes.
Quite. So as an auditor, we will check here in this case, we will check the logging and monitoring tools, or if at all she need to send the data from her official Outlook to his personal or her personal Gmail, she definitely need to use the Gmail domain. We will check all her outboxes. Did you understood or not? Did you get the point or not?
Yes. We can filter out the Gmail part by using some
Like
login tools, right?
this, like this only, we will do the IT audit. This is the procedure. We will get the controls like this, and we will collect the evidences like this. You're getting my point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, see, I can able to see only 3 to 4 responses. See, it's a demo. I want you to ask more questions, more doubts, and more heated arguments, because then only we can able to grasp. Then only we can able to understand the subject. If at all you
So,
just yeah.
Karthik, for this kind of auditing, do we have any specialized tools, or how we will do? Like
We won't do.
kind
We
of
won't use.
Excel thing.
We won't use any tools for random sampling. In Big Four, we have tools. Other than that, we don't have any tools. We won't use. That's why it's not replaceable with AI.
Okay.
Definitely, we need to have the manual intervention. So,
Okay.
yeah. What is the second control?
She
She
needs to have a knowledge on HIPAA.
HIPAA. Any guys knows HIPAA?
It's a healthcare guidelines, like right. It's a healthcare act.
Exactly.
But
Exactly. So, if at all, I need to say literally, it's like a framework. HIPAA is a framework where all the healthcare departments who are dealing with the people's data, patients' data. We need to we need to abide HIPAA healthcare framework while meticulating these controls. We need to meticulate these controls according to the HIPAA guidelines. According to the HIPAA guidelines. Did you understand my point or not? Are you getting my point or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why I'm asking all these things is because, like, see, these are all stepping stones to get into ITGC. So that's why I'm asking each and everything. Okay. Next. So how can we able to legitimate that the person is having a knowledge on HIPAA? See, in your answer, zero also better than nothing, right? I want some answer. Hey, I'm saying you are the CEO of the company, and you need to test your employee whether she's or he is having a knowledge on HIPAA or not. How can you legitimate? How can you get an evidence for that?
Yeah. Randomly, we can go to that her team members to know, question them related to HIPAA framework specific things. What needs to be
Right,
followed? Yeah.
right. If at all your organization is huge, in your random sampling, you took one you took one sample which is out of the office or somewhere. How can you legitimate them? That's why to eradicate this step, to eradicate this reason, every company started, if at all the companies into healthcare, they started in monthly trainings. They included HIPAA as a training. They included ISO as a training. They included GDPR as a training, right? So while they introduced like this, if at all they completed the HIPAA mandatory training, then they done. We can able to legitimate they have a knowledge on HIPAA. No need to question them again because we will take the training completed list. In that list, if at all the name of he or she is visible, then our work is done. Understood? Am I making any sense?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
And
Yes. That is.
majorly, she need to keep her phone under the reception. Phone is not allowed to the workplace. How can we legitimate this? We'll go to the reception and we'll ask, are you collecting each and every phone who are going in the healthcare department? Right or not? We will ask that.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
We will ask.
Yeah. In this way itself, in this way only, we will do the ITGC audits as well. If at all you understood each step of this, you can able to understand the ITGC in a well established manner. All the team members understood this or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Understood.
It's very
Clearly.
Yeah, it is very clear and in detail. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. No issues. No issues. Yeah. Because my style of teaching is like this. Because, like, see, when I was in search of jobs, when I got to know about this, I started this as an like a job, but later on I realized it's not a job, it's a career. Because see, 20 to 30 years experienced Java professionals and 15 to 20 years, 12 years, even senior managers of certain process comes to you and they're asking like, hey Karthik, please help out with this. Actually, if at all you found something in the audit, yeah, please let us know. Don't explicitly call out. Please do this favor. It's giving some proud to you while you're working in the auditing team. The big what you call technical experts will come and ask you permissions. So all these things will make you like to feel very proud. So yeah, I didn't have any BTech degree. I done bachelor's in business administration. I didn't even have MBA. So from there, today I'm here with the God's grace. So like this, I make the differences. I can able to see. That's why it's not a job, it's a career path. Right? So, and there are some certain framework. What? Somebody speaking something. Okay. So there are some frameworks. If they are called General Data Protection Regulation. And HIPAA. ISO. So all the general controls or the governance controls, anything, if at all the company is dealing with any data, if at all your company name is Infosys and your company is dealing with the data of the people who is living in the soil of Europe. Suppose you are storing the European people data. Definitely you need to abide GDPR regulation. Your company policy need to be abiding with GDPR. That means your general controls need to be framed with the GDPR regulations. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Yes. So, if at all you are in healthcare, you need to abide HIPAA. Your general controls need to be meticulated according to this framework. If at all your firm is an IT firm or any others, you need to abide ISO guidelines or ISO framework. So these are the different frameworks in the different domains where their general controls need to be written or need to be articulated along with this frameworks. Did you understand my point or not? Any doubts?
Yeah.
No, no.
No, good.
Yeah, Karthik,
Yes,
Sandeep this
please.
side. Yeah. Can you tell the difference between this? What is framework exactly? What is standard? Can you differentiate this
What is, yeah, what is framework? I
frame?
understand. Next question.
What is a standard or regulation?
Exactly. The thing was that there is no standard regulation here because
Okay.
see, if at all I want to explain with an example, see, if you are into healthcare, you are in healthcare department. So,
Okay.
so as here mentioned, as here mentioned, any of the point, any of the point here, can Venkat use in his business?
No.
No.
I want to answer from the person who asked the question. Sandeep, any of the point or any of the control which is Harshita is matriculated in her business, can Venkat able to implicate that?
No,
Why?
it is separate domain.
Because the nature of the business are different, right?
Yeah, yes.
So, like that, GDPR is a framework. Framework means it's the base. It's the base for data privacy. Any data, any data of the European people is storing by other country definitely need to follow the rules of the GDPR. Definitely, they need to follow the rules of the GDPR. How they follow the rules of the GDPR? If at all I'm the CEO and I'm coming to you and I ask you, hey, Sandeep, we are storing the data of the European people and we need to follow the GDPR rules, where you have no clue. If I came to you, if I came to you and I said, Sandeep, there is a law called GDPR. As we are storing the Europeans' data with us, we need to protect the data and we need to encrypt that, and there are certain procedures that we need to do with this, so we'll work together. So see how this was, how understanding this was. This is the framework. Framework means set of rules which was given by that articulation or law, stating that if at all you are in this industry, you need to abide the rules of this regulation. You need to do this. See, what are the
GDPR
fundamental?
mean like
What
our
what
other
what Sandeep?
GDPR mean like other.
Like other?
Why?
No,
Because we are storing our data in
no. It's a
other one.
framework. It's a framework. It's a framework. Framework means set of rules. If you are storing some data of Europeans, you need to get some guidelines which was given by this law in your company. In your company, you need to abide the rules which was given by this law. That's called framework. Inside
So
GDPR, inside GDPR, there are some clauses which are stating if at all you're storing European people data, you need to follow certain guidelines, and your company guidelines need to align with the GDPR guidelines. That's called framework. So if at all you are into data collection from the Europe, you need to abide this framework. If at all you are doing some healthcare department jobs or healthcare department, you need to abide HIPAA rules, HIPAA guidelines. So this will give the whole guidelines what you need to do, and you can't what are the pros and what are the cons. Based on the HIPAA guidelines, your company need to align your company guidelines which need to match with the HIPAA guidelines. Same as with
so one
ISO.
question, Karthik.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the company need to compliant, right, with the guidelines. So is it a kind
So
of
please,
fully
please,
compliant or
uh, please, stop there. I am explaining this doubt to Sandeep. After his
okay?
completion, after his doubt completion itself, I'll come to you. Sandeep, now you understood?
Yes, got it. Same like as you said for payment gateway, PCI DSS
Exactly,
guidelines will be.
exactly, exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
got it.
If your company, if you say Wells Fargo is there, so that Wells Fargo's guidelines need to be aligned with PCI DSS.
Okay,
You got the point?
Yeah.
Is it clear, or can
Yeah.
I
Yes.
explain again?
Yes. Got it.
Yeah. Another person asked some doubt. Yeah, please go on now.
So the company guidelines, it need to be fully compliant, like 100% to the base framework, or it should be like a percentage kind of thing, like 80-90% will be fine. How it will be?
So, abiding all the rules, abiding all the controls exactly according to the law, it's not possible in the practical way. So, practically speaking, there will be some main controls, main guidelines, and if at all we can able to follow that in our company, it will be fine. Majorly, the GDPR auditors are different,
Okay.
HIPAA auditors are different, PCIDS auditors are different, ITGC auditors are different, but but as an IT auditor, having a scope on these things will give you a better leading edge to your career. You can able to mention these in resume that you've done these audits as well. Then it will be grateful for you. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Any questions?
Yes,
No,
Karthik.
Karthik.
Actually, I'm having a
Yeah.
query. Like, for if you take any guidelines, uh, there will be some mandatory guidelines as well as some exemption guidelines, right?
It won't be like that
Okay.
because um, for your normal understanding, I said guidelines,
Hmm.
but in the original words, those are standards. We
Okay.
need to abide that. But see, if at all, but in some cases, you can't able to implement all the standards which was prescribed by that law, right? So in that
Yes.
scenarios, we might fail to implement some controls. There are exemption for that, but in all these laws, nowhere they will say these are the exemplary standards, these are compulsory standards. Not like that. It's saying that in your company you need to implement all these guidelines, all the standards, but for says for some reasons we can't able to implement some. So there is a chance for that, but there is no wording like these are exemplary, these are compulsory, like that.
Okay, got it. That depends on the organization structure and
Exactly.
okay. Okay, Karthik.
Any doubts?
No, Karthik.
Okay, so in this whole class, 30 to 45 days class, I will teach change management and change management audit. Like all these are audits. What as an IT auditor will do? Change management, access management, incident management, risk management, vulnerability management, patch management, GDPR, ISO, and and
ITS.
yes, ITAC. That's the things. Yeah, these are the topics. So yes, these are the topics. And having any doubts in this?
We will get the knowledge about HIPAA also or not?
We can't able to do that because I'm not into HIPAA. And another
Oh,
thing, having 4 to 6 years experience, and if at all you say, I have HIPAA, I have all these things, they won't believe because
oh,
they
okay.
want to, we will say in our training we will say the GDPR and ISO the real thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
Hello, Karthik. This is Bhaskar. Hello.
yeah, Bhaskar.
Yeah, I just have one question. So, with regards to application controls, we will be only auditing them, or is there any scope to design controls, or do we will be discussing that part as well? Just out of
Like design controls means what you're expecting exactly.
no, when I was going through the interview, some of the interviews, they were asking me, whether you will be able to design controls for new applications, onboarding applications. So we will be discussing such sort of thing, data as well, or
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. What you answered in the interview?
no, I said that I am only into auditing. I haven't designed any, till date.
How many years experience you get?
I have 7 years of experience
They won't
into
believe
IT,
that. In which
into application governance.
original experience you have?
Total experience is 16 years.
You have original experience of 6 years in application governance.
Yeah, original experience.
Then why you again joined in this training
No, I'm
basket?
into only application lifecycle management. That is only, some portion of the risk and compliance part. So I'm not into this ITGC SOX compliance and all this stuff. So I just want to get some
So in
knowledge on it.
application controls as well, if at all they ask you, you need to say like, yes, I did this, and you need to say that security, some of the security controls, what you worked on, and you need to say that I meticulously this. It will be more useful, no?
So that's what. See, I did not work in that point of view. So some gap is missing, from interviewer point of view. So that's the gap over there. I want to fill that gap, and I want to understand from applicant controls point of view. That's what I am planning to
See,
join this training. Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
if at all you see my, there is a demo.
Uh-huh.
There is a demo which is in our website itself, like in our YouTube channel.
Okay.
They explain ITAC controls.
Okay.
So there are mainly two types of applications what we will go through, like in-house and third-party vendor hosted, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
We will say all the third-party vendor hosted application controls only. We won't deep dig and say that in-house. We will deal with all third-party application audits.
Okay.
Yep.
So probably I will look into that video once again. I
Yeah,
might
yeah.
do my
Please,
some
please
more
do that.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Karthik. That I'll-
Any doubts? Anyone?
So Karthik,
Yeah.
so if at all for this course there are any external certifications that will be helpful, and after this course we will be able to crack that.
You
Will be
can't able to
advantage for the
crack
interviews.
CISA. You can't able to crack CISA. You can't
Okay.
able to crack ISO. You can't able to crack GDPR. Anything you can't able to crack the certifications after this training.
Okay.
But you can crack the interviews because
Okay.
the certification perspective is different. The interview perspective is different. The real time things what you will do on the floor is different, and the certification theory is different. Right?
Okay.
I want to make it clear as simple as that. Because I'll show all the documents what we are working inside the company.
Hmm.
It won't
Okay.
ask it won't be useful for the certifications, I think.
Got it. And one more question. So we have a real-time experience only, and we worked with a couple of companies earlier. So how can we showcase them that we worked on these specific things? So every company follows these things, or this ITGC part, or ITGC thing?
For this question, for this answer, I need to say just do your self analysis. Go to LinkedIn and see IT security and complaints. How much is every company is using or not?
Okay.
Just do
Else
your
we need to
homework.
cook up some stories. That's all right.
No. Do some homework. Whether every company is doing that or not.
Okay.
Then we will discuss this in the next class, next demo.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, thanks, Karthik, for the session detail. It is very in detail, much useful.
Yeah, Harish. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
And
I will be leaving now because I have to go back to office. Yeah.
okay, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Except Harshi, everyone can drop off from the call.
Thank you, Karthik.
Yeah. Harshi, please stay in the call. Harshi, are you there?
Yes, Karthik.
Yeah, please stay on the call.
Yeah.
Everyone can drop off.